On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome to The View.
Welcome to The View.
Welcome to The View.
I'm your host, Joey Behart.
And I'm political commentator Megan McCain.
And today we have a special show for you guys. We have on Spencer Henry and Madison Reyes.
Wow. Wow, thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
We are just really enjoying our time in New York City.
We are delusional.
Sorry, we're just really messing with our sound effect mixing board today.
Yes, and we are back and better than ever, you guys. We had full nights of sleep.
Oh, picture this. Picture there's a wall and we're just fucking breaking through it to come to this podcast
Oh
right now.
My God.
We're fucking ready.
The adrenaline running through my veins.
We chest bumped right before, like, hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, baby. We are here to make it clear that we are the hosts with the most.
Yeah. We're the hosts with the most, baby. This is why you tune in every Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? We never miss a Thursday.
We never miss a Thursday.
Not even the last 2 weeks when we were dying.
Just on our
A
death.
root canal. A cold. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Just heroes, I would say. Professionals.
Wow.
Really showed up. God, fucking idiots is what we are. But hey, we love it. And I guess you guys love it too.
They're like,
Not really.
no. Joy Behar and Megan McCain are looking at us like, you're on this show.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Who are you? What are you doing with your audience? What's a Geoff? If this is your first time listening, which we don't take that into consideration ever, this might be the first episode somebody listens to.
Sorry, we apologize.
Yeah, but maybe you came from TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok fame. I don't even know if we should talk about it.
Oh, just so shy.
Oh, famous.
We uploaded a second video on TikTok.
You guys, it's blowing up.
It's got tens of 20s of likes, okay?
Okay, 71 views so far. Are you kidding me?
God, viral sensations, I would say.
Somebody call Twitter and let them know.
Oh, we're probably trending right now. It's a hit.
It is a hit.
Talk of the town, baby. Talk of the town. Speaking of town, we're both back in town. I was in San Francisco for a quick 48-hour jaunt and had a great time. And then you were in the wilderness.
I was in the mountains.
Just running around, saw videos of the dogs. They were loving being in the water.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful. We were in Mammoth at Convict Lake. This place was fucking magical. Like, you walk outside of the cabin and there's just deers walking by. Just so beautiful.
We're so spoiled in some ways living here because, you know, the weather's beautiful. We do have beautiful beaches and so much cool shit here. But we do lack nature. And any time that I get to go to like anywhere where there's like trees and wildlife, I'm like, damn, people get to enjoy this every day.
I know. And you know what? Honestly, we're spoiled in the fact that it's a 6-hour drive to just get out into the wilderness. Like, it's not
closer. You can go an hour and a half up to Big Bear or
Totally.
like Arrowhead, or you can be in the desert in Palm Springs. I mean, there's Tahoe. There's so many beautiful places within driving distance. So we're definitely spoiled in that sense. But I do love a good mountain getaway. I've been craving it. One time I stayed in, I think it was Big Bear Lake Arrowhead for the week between Christmas and New Year's, and we did New Year's up there, and it was like the most magical.
Oh, was it snowing?
Yes, it was snowing.
Oh my God, I haven't seen the snow since I was 12.
We should go. We should do a
know.
snow trip. The
We
dogs
should.
would love it.
They would. That would be amazing.
So fun.
What else did you do this weekend?
Okay, so I got back from San Francisco on Saturday. We went out to dinner while I was there. We did the Hocus Pocus night on Friday. All went off without a hitch. My sister was the greatest hostess.
Oh,
of course.
yes.
She had fucking popcorn machine and round table and everything.
Yeah.
I got back on Saturday. Sunday night, I went to Knott's Scary Farm.
I was jealous when I talked to you, and apparently you had called, but I was asleep.
I know. It was like 9 o'clock at night. You called me, and I was like, I'm on my way to Knott's right now. And you were like, hello, where was my invite? And I was like, it was 3 hours ago when I tried calling you 5 times.
I was napping.
But we did schedule. We're going to go to Universal, the Hollywood Horror Nights.
Oh, we've got the good tickets too.
Oh yeah, baby. That's one thing I will not skimp on. If it's a music festival, which I don't even really go to, or like some type of attraction, I do not want to wait in a 2-hour line.
No.
That's where I'll put the money. I'll be like, get it. I'm not going to go buy the new fucking whatever trendy outfits every other month.
No, I want to experience the whole experience. I don't want to wait in line because I have for so long gotten to only go to like
paid our dues.
2 to 3 mazes because the lines are so long.
It's just not worth it.
I just.
Are you okay? Really, let it out.
I just want to see everything.
She just wants to see it all. So this year we did the upgrades. We're doing it all. Here's the thing. We're doing Universal Express, which you can go to the front of everything. Like there's no waits or anything. Last year I did the RIP tour, which is like the ultimate thing. And honestly.
And you told me the price and I said, honey, I don't think I can go this year.
No, the only real difference was that like you have someone take you around and you also get a buffet. We're missing out on the buffet and we will not have a tour guide. But also, I was talking to Chris, who we're going with, and I didn't love the guide. I loved the guide, but I didn't like being dragged around last year so much. Like, we didn't have any time to stop, really. It was very like, meet us in the office at this time. We're taking you here, 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 here. It was very structured. And I like to lollygag a little bit. So we're doing it, though. I'm so excited. We haven't been together in years.
I know. I think the last time was when I got out of the mental hospital.
Was that the last time you went?
It's like 8 years ago.
Okay.
9 years ago.
We went together.
Yeah.
I think I had just maybe moved out. I don't even know if I lived here yet.
Yeah.
Huh.
Long time.
Well, I've been going every year since then. And I've been having a great time.
I've been paying medical bills.
Universal's worth it, though. Knott's, I did the same thing. Knott's, I think I actually paid the most you can pay for Knott's this year. Knott's, there's not as many people. It's not as elaborate of a setup. To me, it's something skippable. And honestly, we got through it in like an hour and a half. Like, did everything. We're like, okay, well, I guess we did it all. And plus, Elvira isn't there anymore.
Oh, she's not?
No, she retired a few years ago from doing it. She used to, Elvira, if you guys don't know, used to do like this show at Knott's every year. It was really kitschy and fun to see, but
now she's got a wife.
Cassandra.
Yeah, now she's, living her life.
Ugh, good for her.
Good for her.
We love the progress, Elvira. Keep it up.
I love how old she is.
Could we get her on the podcast, do you think?
If we take out how I just said I love how old she is.
No, I love it. Oh, speaking of podcasts, did you see Kim Kardashian started a podcast?
I did.
She's been hinting at one, I feel like, for a couple years now.
Yes. Okay, I have a soft spot for the Kardashians.
You love them.
Okay, but I love to watch them. I don't necessarily love to listen.
Yeah,
We have faces for radio.
Oh.
She's got a face for the big screen.
Oh, she is plumped and filled and has had so
gorgeous.
Much work done.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is.
Oh, whatever it takes.
I don't hate it.
Oh, no. Please. We're on our way.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
I mean, I feel like every celebrity starts a podcast. That was a huge thing, especially during quarantine. While I feel like a lot of stuff wasn't filming, people started podcasts.
Yeah. And I feel like they don't stick with it.
Yeah, they don't stick around, huh?
I have no business talking about it. Like, I feel so new to the space. Anyway, I would want to have open arms for everybody who wanted to start one, but it's like, you've got a home line now.
Yeah.
You've got skincare. You've got
They
clothing.
do it all.
You do it all, and now you're adding this.
Huh.
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome to podcasting, Kim Kardashian. We're not hating, by the way.
No, I kind of ride for them, so.
I know. But I do actually, why did they pop up today? Oh, because Kanye West and Khloe Kardashian were going at it in the comments with each other.
That fucking shirt.
Oh. We won't even get into that.
Is a little goblin.
They need to, he'll do anything for attention. Kanye West is, somebody needs to take his phone away.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's scary.
But also everyone's phone should be taken away. I swear to God, every time I look at like Twitter or whatever, what's trending, I'm like, God damn it, we are such a stupid society and everyone's just dumb. Us included, for sure, but...
We just recorded cameos and I almost sent the most unflattering video of myself to someone. It was like from down below and I was like, oh, fuck, in it. And I almost sent it. Like, I have no business.
I told her, I was like, you should upload it.
I mean, that'll be extra.
Yeah, that costs more. Oh, also, while we're out here giving our critiques, I got critiqued a lot this time because I had my mispronunciation of Edinburgh.
Oh.
The Queen of England's obituary. Because it's spelled like Edinburgh or whatever.
You know, I knew it when you were saying it, and I just...
Oh, you did?
I didn't want to correct you.
Thank you. You said, I'll let the masses do it because we got a million fucking comments and messages about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I had no reception this last weekend, so I have been off social media.
She was out of the loop. Here's the thing. I don't care about being corrected ever because, I mean, I say all the time, I'm a dumb bitch with a microphone. Just, we don't know what we're doing. But sometimes people will send like a crazy long email. And we got one email that was like telling me about the pronunciation and stuff. And I was just like, okay.
Oh, God. Come on.
Come on.
We love you all. We respect you all. But please, we're going to fuck up sometimes. And we take this very seriously and try to, literally, we will sit here with any word that we don't know and like look up the pronunciation and have a video tell us. If one slips by, I apologize.
Well, I mean, and correct us. We don't care. But also try and be creative or funny with it at least. God, some of these messages, I'm like, oh, please. Do you know how long the Queen's obituary was? Do you know I was dissociating while I was reading that shit? Because it was 9 pages long. Sorry.
I was standing in a corner.
You were gone, but you went to the store.
I left. I went and got us in and out and came back.
No, rest in peace, Queen Girly, whatever. But don't send rude messages.
You're going to push us to the edge, you guys.
We're just going to start.
One day.
We're just going to snap, all right?
One day we're going to lose it.
I think we already have.
No, the girlies that get it, get it.
The girlies that don't. But that's fine. No, we do love you, and we love it. That's all I want to say. I want to call it out. Because some of the messages were so annoying, and I was like, oh, please.
Well, speaking of...
How's she going to transition it? Our editor reached out to me and said, we have help editing. I said, what's your favorite part of the episodes when you're editing?
Uh-huh.
And he said, I love when Madison tries to segue things like a few different ways. And every time you're just like, no, we're not doing that. So.
Oh, well, speaking of
segueing.
No breaks.
Okay. Breaks.
You said, give me a break.
A while ago.
I heard that and went ding, ding, ding. That's my segue. But I actually don't know if it'll work with this. So.
Okay, on to an email that I think Madison's trying to read.
A listener email.
Wait, we have a TikTok update.
Oh, okay.
We're at 300 views.
Uh-huh.
But like the same amount of likes.
What's going on?
As views. I think we're shadow banned.
Shadow banned? Probably because we have beers and cigarettes in it.
Oh, have you ever heard of living a little?
Oh my God, live a little.
Laugh
Please.
a little.
Maybe you wouldn't write to us about incorrect words.
Yeah, TikTok.
Just kidding. We are not harping on that.
Yeah, we're over it.
Speaking of over it.
I'm over your segues. What you got?
A listener email. This one is insane. It says, Madison, Spencer, Desi, Doris, and Hot Dog. Oh my God, this fellow Geoff freaking loves you guys. Thursdays used to be Grey's Anatomy days, but now they are obituary days. Baby, yeah. You both are so...
I love it. No, keep the voice.
You both are so freaking gorgeous.
So true.
There.
It. You guys can message us that all you want.
Please tell us all day long. Well, shall we? Excuse my overusage of commas and ellipsis points. Don't worry, I freaking Googled ellipsis points to sound smart, as I had no clue what they were technically called, but I like using them. That's our person.
That's our vibe.
We recently lost a pearl of soul, my sweet aunt.
Aww.
I say pearl because she was natural, rare, and precious. Oh,
that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. She was a glorious age of 82 when she passed on. I don't know how some people are given more grief than they should ever have to endure, but my aunt was one of those people. By her amazing positivity, you'd never know she had a bad day in her life. She lost her newborn the day he was born. Another son that lived with her passed away, and she was the one to find him. When her husband was in the hospital due to brain cancer and literally breathing out his last breaths, my aunt was on the phone saying her soft, sweet goodbyes to my grandma, who was also in the hospital, leaving this world at the same time. Being the oldest of 4 siblings, she was in such a tough spot needing to be in 2 places at once. I don't mean to ramble on, but once my aunt called in to say goodbye to my gram's stats all skyrocketed and then plunged so fast once the call was over. She left this earth within 20 seconds of being there one last time for her oldest daughter.
Wow.
So back to my aunt. This lady was a free soul. She loved animals more than people. Yes, ma'am. She actually worked in vets' offices and routinely took care of a tiger. Okay, on her Aunt on LaVey.
Oh my God, her aunt on LaVey.
Oh, baby. My aunt never once forgot a birthday or Christmas card to my 3 children, and my oldest is 16. I could feel the love she had for us just rolling off of her every time we were in her presence. She also looked and sounded just like my gram, which was bittersweet in the best of ways. I'm sure you're wondering where the flying part comes in, right? I didn't include the title because I didn't want to, but it had to do with flying. No, she didn't fly airplanes. She didn't take a roller coaster ride. She literally flew to her death.
What?
Now look, we all grieve differently, and I have no shame in what I am about to say because I know my quirky, crazy aunt would be laughing so hard if she knew where my sick and twisted mind went to make it through her funeral. And I love her even more for that. My daredevil of an aunt accomplished everything on her bucket list except taking a insert very popular motorcycle brand name here, motorized tricycle out for rides.
I love it.
To purchase this item, one must complete a training course. She was halfway into their course and was on the track where she found the tricycle acting odd. Now, whether or not this was normal and she wasn't used to the machine, I can't say. She called my other aunt to tell her about her experience. My aunt is no quitter, so she hopped on that thing where she literally flew through the air to her death with the tricycle landing on her.
What?
It makes me sick even wondering, did she know? Did she feel? She had gained so much momentum that even with the tricycle landing on her, she continued to roll down a large embankment. I try so hard to not let my imagination run rampant, but dang it, it's freaking hard. A toxic trait of mine is acting like everything is okie dokie and that I'm just fine.
Oh, that's ours too.
Until I'm not. That's ours too. You know the week of that weird period of time when you're still trying to live your life and carry on even though you know the weekend's coming up and will be full of sadness and final goodbyes? During this odd period of time, I was still all good. My sister and I had lunch on a Wednesday and we were talking about the details of our aunt's funeral. I didn't even know funeral potatoes were a thing until obit rolled around. In the most effed up way, you can only imagine how excited I was to say, you know what they have after the funeral? A dinner. And what's at the dinner? Funeral potatoes.
Aww.
My sister and I laughed until we couldn't breathe. You know, 2 food-loving babes excited about some fried chicken and funeral potatoes.
Hell yeah.
On the 2-hour drive to her funeral, I realized that toxic trait of mine was starting to wither away. I was fine all morning, going through the normal rush of getting myself and the kids ready and out the door on time. Once we made it to the interstate, the feeling of hurting for my mom, of losing the first sibling in her family, felt like 12 scenarios cinder blocks on my chest.
Ugh, heavy.
Heavy. My sister and I are so close that I can't even think about when that time comes for one of us. Oh, I can't even imagine. I started to get pretty upset, but I just did my makeup like a bombshell babe and wasn't about to risk this sleek cat eye. Madison, I know you know. I do know. So I shoved my feelings down a bit more, kind of when the trash can is starting to get full, but you need more room, so you stomp it down. My sister was in her own vehicle, too far behind us, and we were texting. I guess I should make it very clear my husband was driving. I'm not about being textually active behind the wheel. She and I were literally feeling the same sadness and ending up texting each other at the same time, while her texts were more along the lines of someone not mentally jacked would say. I reply with, I can feel myself starting to get worked up, and I'm trying to tell myself to calm the fuck down, but all I can think of is naming today flying aunts and funeral potatoes.
Oh my God.
Good gosh, if that didn't work, we cracked up so hard over that. I would literally smile every time of the thought and can even hear my aunt giggle. She would be so happy to know, even though we are mourning her in her acts of doing what she wanted to do in her spunky life, we could find something quirky about her, even in the end, to make us smile. Don't get me wrong, we all shed more tears that day than we all had probably for the whole year so far, but my sister and I were able to giggle over that statement all day. I'm sure you're wondering if the funeral potatoes were lived up to their name. Nope, not at all. I still ate them anyway and smiled. It's potatoes. Thank you for listening to me carry on about my flying aunt. And I say that in the present tense because she is flying high. That is true.
Yes.
She's in a much better place and is with everyone she was missing, and I couldn't wish her back to this world no matter how much I miss her. If you read this, just know I'm probably screaming so loud everyone in my subdivision is thinking I've lost my mind or my kids ticked me off again. Love you, babes.
Oh my God, we love you. First of all, you're an incredible writer.
Yes.
The analogy, everything that you used in them, just so spot on. I mean, how awful and how tragic the loss of your aunt, but what a way to go, honey.
What a way to go. I don't think she would have wanted it any other way.
No, if I ever die in a similar fashion, put it in my obituary.
Please. Bring the tricycle to the funeral.
Auction it off.
Auction it off.
Oh, I love it. And I love just knowing that she had a sense of humor, that she would probably be just laughing right alongside with you. Like, Can you believe it?
So can you fucking believe what I got myself into?
You know, my grandma, when she was really old, down at their house in Palm Springs, they kept a tricycle, like an adult tricycle that she would ride around the block, and we called her Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel.
What does a tricycle look like again?
Bitch, I can't help you.
Wait.
Wait, it's a tricycle. It has one wheel in the front and two in the back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Try 3.
Yep.
Sure.
I was picturing like a motorcycle.
Well, I think this one was on a motorized one.
Oh, fuck.
Which is pretty gnarly. Thank you for sharing that story with us. Incredible. Reminded me, I did get pulled over for texting.
You did.
But listen, here's the thing. I was not texting and actually driving.
You're not a texter and driver.
I'm also not a texter at all.
You're not.
I do not respond to text.
I'm always on Do Not Disturb on your phone. It notifies.
Everyone is. But I have my phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. If you need me, call me. You have to call me twice to break through the Do Not Disturb. But I was in stop and go traffic, and it was stopped. It was not moving. I told you the area that I was in. You can attest that when you're stuck there, you're stuck there. Mm-hmm. I pull out my phone, look at it, and I did kind of speed around the person in front of me afterwards once there was like a little bit of clearance.
There's like video footage of you just like
texting on my phone.
Your iPad.
Yeah, I have my computer out in front of me. I'm like podcasting. No, but so I had been on my phone. I zoomed around this person once there was like clearance to go, and I immediately get pulled over. And I thought it was like for driving like kind of an asshole, because I do drive like kind of an asshole. Unfortunately, that's just the truth of the matter. But it was for being on my phone. He was like, you can't have your phone out. But it was a non-moving violation because I was stopped while I was on it.
Oh, good.
He was nice about it.
Yeah. Remember when I was FaceTiming you in the car?
And you got pulled over. You were like, someone's getting pulled over.
Okay, it was a left turn, but it wasn't a left turn.
No.
I made it a left turn. I thought that it was a left turn, and people were behind me honking. And in my head, I'm like, who the fuck is holding up traffic back there? Like, what the fuck? Then I saw a cop come with his lights, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then all of a sudden, he was behind me, and I was on the phone with Spencer, like, fuck,
Your
Spencer.
phone was in your lap. I just saw under you, and I saw the blue and red hitting your face. And I was like, they got her. They're taking my girlie down. They're taking her downtown. I'd bail you out.
It was an honest mistake. I didn't get a ticket. He was kind of a jerk, but thank you for not giving me a ticket.
Thanks for not sending her to jail. Oh, God. All right. Well, speaking of jerks, speaking of assholes, I got a few of them for us. We have this first one that says, am I the asshole for keeping a photo of my deceased son-in-law on my family wall?
Okay.
My daughter, Emily, was in a relationship with my late son-in-law, Arthur, for 10 years, from when they were 15 to 25. And 2 of those years they were married.
Okay.
He died suddenly of an aneurysm. It affected my family in many ways. Although they started dating when they were only 15 years old, I had known Arthur since he was 5 years old.
Oh.
He was much more than a son-in-law. I saw him as a son, and it hurt like he was one when he passed away. He said several times that I was his only mother figure because he had no grandparents and an absent mother. He died 3 years ago. I have a mural on the wall with family photos, and 2 of the framed photos are one of Arthur alone, his college graduation photo, and one of him with my daughter. 9 months ago, my daughter Emily met Tim, a great guy, and he treats my daughter like a lady. The relationship quickly escalated to an engagement after she found out she was pregnant. My husband and I had already known him, and we have a normal relationship, nothing so close because we have only really known him for like 5 months. He started to come to family dinners frequently. We have one every 2 weeks, and he's come to 4 of them so far. If I'm not mistaken, one time Arthur's name was mentioned, but that's when Tim asked who was the boy from the photo, and we explained who he was. Yesterday, Emily came home alone and asked if we could talk. She explained by saying that she doesn't feel comfortable seeing Arthur's photos on the mural on the wall. It seems like a reminder of the past of her life. Also, it made Tim uncomfortable for us to keep...
Oh, please.
For us to keep a picture of Arthur, considering possibly that I will have pictures of my grandson, Emily, and Tim together. She asked me to remove his pictures. I was very honest that it was not because he was my late son-in-law that he was there, but because I considered him my son, and they're important photos of a person I can no longer hug or talk to. I understand this isn't her past, but it's good memories, and I want to keep him on the wall in my house. So my answer was no, I'm not moving them.
Good for you.
She started to say that I wasn't willing to commit and that I was making things difficult for her in her new relationship. Well, she doesn't answer my calls or texts now. My husband supports my decision, but my other daughter said that I could put it next to my bed. But as I said, it's the photo wall of important memories and moments, and those 2 photos happen to be on it. I didn't want to remove them. Am I the asshole? By the way, there's 20 photos total on this wall with different people.
Even if it was one photo and it was him, just him, you're not the asshole. If your daughter and her new man are that shook by seeing that picture, they've got a lot more problems than the picture.
First of all, if it was just the daughter uncomfortable, that's almost like, okay.
You know it wasn't.
But
you know it was the new man.
My first thought was, I bet it's the new
Jealous,
guy.
Weird, bye.
To be jealous of someone's deceased ex?
Oh.
Who they knew since he was 5 years old. That's the thing. And my mom, I used to get annoyed with her because she would text with my ex-boyfriend. Like, this was years ago, obviously. But she's like, listen, you brought these people into my life. Like, because she would do it with Olivia's ex-boyfriend too sometimes. She would say, you guys brought these people into my life. I fell in love with them too. I love them like family. She's like, sorry, like, I'm not going to just completely cut them off and be rude.
Well, she'd have your back if it were some crazy bad breakup.
No.
But if it,
I mean, I get it. Like, and I agree. You bring someone into someone else's life, you can't expect them to just...
Honestly, it's like Kris Jenner. You know, she kind of is like, these are kind of my sons now. But no, you're not the asshole. Your daughter's boyfriend, I think, is brainwashing her.
Ooh. I agree. If it was also like if they hadn't known this kid his entire life, I feel like that would make it different too. But in this scenario,
died in a tragic, sudden way, and they were married. What is the big deal about leaving his picture?
Ugh, people get so weird about death, about ashes, about everything. Can you just allow people to just do what they need to do?
I know. It's bizarre. Get help.
Get help. This second one says, am I the asshole for uninviting my recently widowed brother to a family event?
Wait, before you get into this next one, it does remind me, remember a few Am I the Assholes ago? We were actually on the opposite side of that spectrum with the ex-wife. The daughter wanted her picture involved in the wedding.
But I was at a wedding.
That's at a wedding. That's so different. So, okay.
Okay, on to this next one. My female 29-year-old brother's wife passed away recently from cancer about 8 weeks ago. He isolated himself from everyone for 2 weeks, and my mom and dad were so worried about him, so they started inviting him to family events at their house. Were they not inviting him before? He agrees to come, but then at some point, someone mentions his wife, even just her name, and he begins to sob. I'm not exaggerating. As a result, dinner gets awkward, and whatever event is being hosted ends up getting interrupted. This has happened 3 times already. Last weekend was my turn to host dinner. Not gonna lie, my husband and I were worried the same thing would happen again. My husband said that it's almost impossible that no one will mention my brother's wife at some point. So he suggested I let my brother sit this one out. In other words, just let him stay home and get the space he needs. I considered the idea, then I called my brother and apologized to him for canceling his invite. He wasn't happy about it, which was surprising to me because I thought he was basically forced to attend these events. My parents found out and went off on me, calling my behavior disgraceful and saying that I was unsupportive and unfeeling to what my brother's going through to exclude him like that. I explained why I thought this was the best option, but they claimed that I took away the comfort and support that my brother gets from the people around him. They said that I was selfish and I have no regard for my brother's loss, but I 100% do. My husband said that my parents obviously don't care about guests being uncomfortable watching my brother sob at every event and causing it to be cut short like that. They're still pretty much mad at me and demanding I apologize to my brother because I hurt his feelings. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God.
Her brother lost his wife.
Yes.
Right? And had been going to the parents' house and having dinners or whatever. And the sister's saying because his sobbing.
Cries so much. Yeah. No, I get it. How long ago did the wife die?
8 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a bitch. I thought maybe 8 years or something.
No. First of all, the husband's the one telling the wife not to invite her brother anymore.
What are with these men?
I just am also like, and what is with you? If I was with someone and my sister had lost her husband or something and they were like, oh, don't invite her. She's crying all the time.
Putting it into, hold on. I didn't even put it into that perspective.
It'd be like if one of your sisters lost their husbands and then your husband was like, oh, she's going to cry if she comes. Tell her not
I'd
to
be
come.
like, well, maybe you just shouldn't come.
Oh, I'd break someone's fucking teeth.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Yeah.
You'd be going to the dentist next, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that.
Right?
Wow.
Assholes.
You looked at me, so I don't think you fully get it, bitch.
Well, because I don't know. Sometimes the wording on these, because they're all self-written, can be a little confusing, but...
No, that's your brother. Let him cry if he needs to cry.
8 weeks?
8 weeks? Cold-blooded.
Let your husband drop dead, and let's fucking see how your ass reacts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Period.
Not period. What are we, a Gen Z podcast? I was trying to think of another thing people say. I can't do it. Well, I'm up first this week, so I'm assuming you have a side bitch for us.
Of course I do.
Well, we've been talking forever, so I'm going to put us on a quick timeout.
Okay.
Let us cool down from those Am I the Assholes?
Uh-huh.
And then we'll be right back.
Okay.
And we're back. What you got?
I was inspired by Your Great Gatsby obituary from last week, so I have an obituary from Catcher in the Rye, Mr. Holden Caulfield. It is from that Mr. Ed Dead book.
Uh-huh.
Holden Caulfield, 66, of Long Island City, New York, died at Playtime Amusement Park on Monday morning. He was the day's first customer on Playtime's newest ride, The Cliff, which treats bungee-strapped patrons to a 100-foot drop, after which the rider is caught by an inflatable catcher's mitt. Apparently, amusement park workers had deflated the mitt while doing maintenance on the ride Sunday night.
Oh, no.
The 66-year-old died instantly upon impact. Park managers are reviewing maintenance procedures with the carnies. Caulfield was hospitalized for most of the 1960s because of various anxiety disorders. Loaner Mark David Chapman stalked him until Caulfield requested a restraining order. That did not stop Chapman from mailing letters and drawing to Caulfield from his prison cell. The reclusive amateur of inks had just completed his memoir, Antihero, My Ass, and was scheduled to begin a book tour on Monday. The tour will be completed by Caulfield's friend Alexander Portney. Portney and Caulfield were co-authors of last year's bestseller, Circle Jerks. Caulfield is survived by a beloved sister, Phoebe, of Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and his toy poodle. The Caulfield family requests that no donations be made in Holden's name to his alma mater, Pensy Prep School, because of the fact that the people there are stuck up and phony.
God.
Oh my God. Poor guy.
Poor Holden. Sad book.
Very sad.
Love a fictional obituary.
Well, now we got that out of the rye. Are you spinning in your coffin, baby?
Welcome to the jungle, baby!
What had you spinning, Spencer?
There's your applause for your fucking segue of the year. Okay. If you all remember, back in January, we released a little episode called OBITCH, Order in the Court. I told the story of Pope Formosus.
How could I ever forget?
Well, for those of you who don't recall, or if it's your first time listening, he was the...
I hope it's not your first time.
No, me too. He was the Pope that was later dug up from his grave a year after being buried, and his corpse was put on trial. Like, dead body in a courtroom, he was found guilty for various wrongdoings, and as a result, they cut off 3 of his fingers, stripped him of his papal garments, and that was that. And it's one of my favorite stories that I feel like I've ever talked about on the show. And it's always resonated with me. Just, you know,
why?
Something I'll tell my own children as a bedtime story one day. They're not getting Good Night Moon. They're getting Good Morning Pope Formosus.
Yeah. Goodbye 3 fingers.
You want to know what they did to Pope Formosus? It's because he didn't put his laundry away.
I'll do worse.
You suck your thumb?
Pope didn't have any.
Yeah. Pope Formosus. We had a neighbor. Sorry we're getting so off track this episode, but we had a neighbor growing up who was missing his middle finger on his left hand.
Uh-huh.
And he used to tell us that it was from sucking his thumb. He said that his finger fell off.
Oh, fuck.
Terrifying. Anyways, Pope Formosus is just one of many stories of a little phenomenon known as posthumous execution. So today, I'm going to be talking about just that. A few more cases of posthumous execution. Sound
there's
good?
There's more?
Oh, baby, there's more.
Oh, no.
Most of these stories are real old because, well, back in the day, everyone was fucking insane. Like King Henry VIII. You ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
He was a nasty king. King Henry VIII apparently had several people hanged after they had already passed away just to really drive the point home.
Please.
This first one is so petty. I just love it. So we have Harold Harefoot.
Oh, no. Not Harold.
Who ruled as king of the English from 1035 until 1040.
Why did he have that name?
I don't know, but it's my favorite decade.
Yes.
Take me back.
Take me back, baby.
The 1035s were just the years. He came into power after the death of his father. His father's name is pronounced Canute, but it's spelled like C-N-U-T, and I love to think of it as CNUT because it sounds like a fucking like SoundCloud rapper or something. Anyway, there's some drama. Apparently, Harold Harefoot's mom, Emma, had been a bit of a hussy.
Oh.
Cheated on the dad, C-Nut. She got pregnant and pretended that the baby was C-Nut's.
Okay.
They'd already had another son together at that time named Harthacnute. And from my understanding, by the time Canute had died, Emma had already gotten married to somebody else and had 2 more children. And during Harold Harefoot's reign, he had one of his stepbrothers, this guy Alfred, murdered, and Emma, the mom, was devastated. Shortly after Harold died, I believe from complications from consumption, his brother Harthacnut became king. And I think a lot of people were relieved because Harold Harefoot was an asshole. And I read somewhere that if Harthacnut wanted to speak to Harold, his brother, he would need military assistance just to talk to him.
Oh, God.
That's a strained relationship.
Yes.
Once Harthacnut becomes the king, he's like, you know what? I want Harold to be punished. Like, death is not enough for what a piece of shit he was. So Harthacnut has Harold's body dug up from the ground and thrown into an animal pen. Like, this is where you belong. This is where you should be buried. And there's a few different accounts of what happened afterwards. I read in one source that the animal pen where his body was thrown bordered a river, and that one day his body was found floating down the river, and some fishermen found it and gave him a proper burial, which is just my favorite thing to picture because, like, how wild would that be? Like, you're just fishing in the river, and then the old king comes floating by,
and then also what's wild is you don't tell authorities. You just are like, I'm gonna give him a proper burial.
See, that's what they did back in the day.
So wholesome.
They're just like, we're just gonna bury him. Our next story takes place in the 1200s. Simon de Montfort was born in 1208, and his dad kind of fucked him over. His dad had all this land in France, and when he died, he left it to his other son, Amaury, Simon's older brother. Amaury was like, listen, I'm actually going to keep this land for me. I'm not going to share it with you, like that girl from the Reddit post. So why don't you go to England and you go talk to King Henry III and ask him if you can have some land in England. Our father used to have land there. I'm sure he'll let you reclaim it.
Oh, that'll go over just
swimmingly. Surprisingly, actually, King Henry III, who, by the way, was kind of hot.
Okay, wait. We talked about this Lionheart, heart burials. He was like King Henry the First's son or something.
Oh, so maybe they had.
I don't know what happened in the bloodline.
By the time they got to the 8th,
created the 8th.
Well, you know, sometimes attractive people have
ugly parents.
Or vice versa. Sometimes attractive people will have an ugly kid.
That's why I'm not having any, because mine are going to be so ugly.
Yeah. Okay, so these 2 brothers, their dad dies. Dad leaves one of them all this land, and that brother's like, I'm not sharing with you. Go ask King Henry. And so King Henry III was super sympathetic to the situation and was like, Simon, you know what? I'll give you some land back that used to belong to your father, and surprise, bitch, I'm also going to make you the Earl of Leicester.
Oh my God.
Super nice king.
Look who's talking now, brother.
Well, he did want something in return. He wanted Simon to pay him £100 and supply him with 60 knights should they ever go to war.
Okay.
Sounds like a fair trade-off. £100, some knights, and you get to be the Earl and own all this land.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, you should see the things we have to do to get a house around here.
It's the truth.
They became BFFs, Simon and King Henry. And so close that Simon actually ended up marrying King Henry. That is how gay marriage started. Progressive. No, but he ended up marrying King Henry's little sister.
Okay.
I mean, he knew she was like ballin' and she was single, but I believe she was 16 at the time.
Oh, God.
She'd already been a divorcee. She had been married once when she was 9 years old. But her husband died. So 16, she's single. She's already on her second marriage.
She's lived.
Honey, she has lived. She was probably fucking smoking like Virginia Slim cigarettes. Just like, you want to see what I've seen?
And 16 at the time was probably like 43.
Literally. Well, I guess King Henry took some time to come around to it. Because at first, because Simon was much older than his little sister. And so he was like, I don't know about this. But eventually he comes around to it, gives them the okay. And everything was great until it wasn't. While King Henry was pretty nice to Simon, he wasn't super well liked. cities began to divide in their areas. Like that kind of crossed over between the land that King Henry had and the land that Simon had. And there was like this huge divide. Some of the people decided that they wanted to elect Simon to take over as their ruler instead of King Henry.
Oh, no.
And it caused a huge rift in their relationship.
Oh, no.
Drama. Simon gets kind of a big head.
Okay.
Because he's like, oh, people want me instead of the king.
Yeah.
And he does. He steps into a role as like a ruler and is now kind of a competitor of King Henry.
Oh my God, all he wanted was a little land from his brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now he's going up against a king.
Holy cow.
Simon's right-hand man was this guy named Gilbert the Red. But once Simon became this egomaniac, Gilbert was like, you're so annoying. I'm out. And Gilbert ends up teaming up with King Henry's son, Prince Edward, and they planned an attack on Simon and his army, during which Simon was killed. But that wasn't enough. After Simon was killed, they decided he needed to be punished further. So they excavated his corpse, castrated him.
Oh.
He was drawn and quartered. Then they cut off his fucking head and put it on display as a warning sign not to fuck with King Henry.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
So who's the asshole here? Is it Simon for taking advantage of King Henry III and marrying his sister and taking over land? Is it King Henry III for putting his ex-BFF's head on display? Or is it Gilbert the Red for inserting himself in this drama?
Or is it the brother who in the first place said, you know what, this is my land?
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it's the dad for leaving the brother all that land and
That's true.
Not leaving the other son anything.
It created chaos.
Look what happened. Drama. All right, I'm super excited for this next story because it involves Edward Teach. You know the name?
No.
Blackbeard the pirate.
Okay.
The most famous pirate of all time. Like most modern depictions of pirates are based off of Blackbeard.
Really?
Uh-huh. He was an English pirate who operated around the West Indies, and he was fucking crazy, girly.
Okay.
Like nuts. He apparently would put these things called lit fuses or slow matches underneath his hat, and he would light them on fire when they were interacting with enemies to be like scary to them.
Like, I'm so fucking crazy that I'll fuck you up. Oh, wow.
I love it. Edward was described as a shrewd and calculating leader who spurned the use of violence, relying instead on his fearsome image to elicit the response that he desired from those whom he robbed. So when they were going to these boats, not just with enemies, but like when he's going to rob people and do whatever the fuck pirates did, he's like lighting his fucking face on fire like,
oh my God.
I'd be like, fucking take what you want.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with you.
He was romanticized after his death and became the inspiration for the archetypal pirate in today's works of fiction across many genres. Blackbeard died on November 22nd of 1718, which is way more recent than I would think about pirates, when he was shot 5 times and stabbed 20 times in an ambush by the Royal Navy.
Oh my God.
The British forces, who were led at the time by Lieutenant Robert Maynard of the HMS Pearl, took down the infamous pirate with a cunning ruse. After a firefight at Blackbeard's favorite hideout, an inlet on the island of Ocracoke off the coast of Carolina, Lieutenant Maynard allowed his ship to be boarded. When Blackbeard came aboard, Lieutenant Maynard's forces burst from the hold with swords and pistols, overtaking the pirate's crew. In Blackbeard's final battle, he managed to break Lieutenant Maynard's sword with his cutlass before another Navy seaman cut his throat from behind. Blackbeard was decapitated and his head was hung from Lieutenant Maynard's bow and placed on a spike at the mouth of Riverhampton, Virginia as a warning to others.
Fuck.
They loved a gruesome warning sign.
Yes. I'm sure deterred a lot.
Yeah. You see a fucking head on a ship and you're like, I'm not fucking with these guys.
That. Yeah.
Like, I was cool until that. And I could not do this coffin spinner without telling a quick story of Rasputin. I'm going to give you the quick background story. November 1894, Nicholas II was the emperor of all the Russias.
Okay.
All of them. He got married to Princess Alex, who was a granddaughter of Queen Victoria. So they're like this power couple. Upon marrying, she converts to Russian Orthodox and is given the name Alexandra Fyodorovna. She went from being Alex with an I to Alex with an E. And yeah, she made it her personality.
Yeah.
Different. During the first 7 years of Nicholas II and Princess Alex's marriage, the couple gave birth to 4 daughters. But the issue was everybody was like waiting for a son. And I mean everybody, because they needed somebody to be an heir to the throne. In 1904, she finally gave birth to a son named Alexei. But they learned after his birth that she was a carrier of hemophilia, which is a disorder where your blood doesn't coagulate correctly. So if you get injured, you just bleed way more than the average person.
It's like when I get Botox and had a bottle of wine the night before.
Yeah, exactly.
My face is bleeding.
Well, Princess Alex had passed the hemophilia gene on to Alexei, and it was a really big deal because they had to be very careful with him as he was obviously next in line to take over. So they tried their best to hide it from the public, but eventually word gets out somehow, like possibly by one of the servants, and the public were just total assholes to Princess Alexandra. They were like, oh my God, how could you
it's her
do
fault.
this?
Yeah.
Like, but she didn't know.
I know. What the fuck?
Well, physicians were constantly monitoring young Alexei, but eventually they enlisted the help of a man named Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin, who was known as a faith healer at the time.
Oh, Lord.
Rasputin reportedly prayed Alexei to health from the brink of death on several different occasions.
And thank God.
He became super close to the family. And many historians believe that Rasputin's relationship with the family is what eventually led to the fall of the Russian monarchy. Rasputin became a key figure in St. Petersburg for his work with this family because it really gave him this social boost. And in August of 1915, he took supreme command of the Russian armies fighting in World War I. And enemies began plotting his murder, hoping that it would end his influence over the imperial family. So basically, he had gotten all this clout from being a faith healer and like became super well connected with them, and then found himself in this position of power, and everyone was like, no, we want to take him down.
Okay.
The 2 main conspirators were Dmitry Pavlovich and Prince Felix Yusupov. On December 29th of 1916, Felix invites Rasputin over to his palace, and when Rasputin arrives, he brings him down to a soundproof area in the palace, which served at the time as a wine cellar, and he offered Rasputin some tea, which was laced with large amounts of cyanide.
Okay.
But unfortunately for Felix, the poison had absolutely no effect on Rasputin.
Well, come on. He's got the Holy Spirit in him.
He's got the faith healing thing going on. Felix is like, all right, plan B. He gets Rasputin wine drunk and goes upstairs where Dmitri, his like co-conspirator, was waiting. And he gets Dmitri's revolver, comes back down to the cellar, and shoots Rasputin in the chest.
Okay.
Bitch, tell me why. Rasputin was like, I'm fine. Runs up the stairs, fucking escapes, runs out the courtyard, and is shot 4 more times. Still moving.
Oh my God.
Eventually, one of the guys shoot him in the forehead, and they throw his body off of the Bolshoi Petrovsky Bridge into an ice hole. He swims out of... No, I'm just kidding. That he was dead at that point. He's fucking done. Rasputin's body was discovered a few days later, and on January 2nd of 1917, he was buried at a small church outside of St. Petersburg, only to be exhumed 2 months later under the order of Nicholas II to prevent his burial site from becoming this place where people would go and pray. They removed his corpse and set it on fire.
God, help us all.
Not the craziest part. There's a long-standing legend that prior to this, Prince Felix had cut off Rasputin's penis and tossed it. It was
Lorena Bobbitt?
Lorena Bobbitt who? It was found and taken to Paris, where people would worship the appendage, many believing that it possessed magical healing powers, as well as the power to increase fertility.
Oh, okay.
And most recently, it was put on display at the Museum of Erotica in St. Petersburg.
Oh my God, can I see it?
I'm going to show you Rasputin's penis. Now, this isn't completely verified, but there it is.
It's not the worst one I've seen. I mean, not me personally.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. No, I'm just kidding.
It's better than Napoleon's.
True.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so you're into Rasputin.
So, where can I get a hold of this thing?
It's on display where? Some sex company, you know how sometimes they'll make like sex toys based off of porn stars or whatever? They should make a Rasputin sex toy.
Yes, and call it the Razzle Dazzle.
If you're listening.
Yeah, Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Oh my God, imagine we come next week. We're like, this week's episode is sponsored by Adam and Eve. Check out the new Rasputin 3000 and get your fucking rocks off, Geoffs.
Hey.
So there's a few more stories of people just being brought up just so they can fucking be killed again and again and again and again.
Just heartwarming. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God, no, that's wild.
Isn't that wild?
Absolutely wild. Let the dead rest.
Let them rest, my God, unless you're going to do something cool, like shoot them out of a cannon.
I mean...
Or send them to space.
Or reenact their funeral.
Huh?
That's what I'm talking about today, baby.
Well, I want to hear all about it. So after this quick break, we'll get into what had you spinning in your coffin.
Alrighty.
And we're back. So funeral reenactments had you spinning in your coffin this week? Is that what I heard?
They did.
Ooh, baby. I'm excited to hear about this. I've never heard of this.
Okay, people reenact funerals of different people, and I've got a few of them for us today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so let's just get into it. No wisecracks, no segues. We're going to just get into it.
Please.
All right. So one funeral reenactment was for Moses Wisner. He was born June 3rd, 1815 in New York. He moved to Michigan in 1837 and studied law while also working as a farmer. He became the 12th governor of Michigan, winning the spot on November 2nd, 1854. He had a wife and he had 4 children, and they all moved to this piece of land called the Saginaw Trail. This place is so beautiful. It is still standing. It's an old Greek Revival brick house with big white columns and a wraparound porch. It's pretty dreamy. The nickname of the property is Pine Grove because of all the pine trees on the property. When he became governor, there were no governor's mansions in Michigan, so he just made some upgrades to his property and made it the governor's mansion. After one term of being governor, he retired. He then organized an infantry to fight in the Civil War in Michigan. He was traveling to Kentucky with soldiers who did not have good hygiene.
Ooh.
I guess they didn't take great care of themselves, and they would also drink water wherever they could find it, like even puddles on the ground. He didn't get to fight in the Civil War because he contracted typhoid fever, probably from the other soldiers, and died on January 5th, 1863. His wife was able to go to Kentucky 2 weeks before he died to see him, but she attended a funeral right before that for Bush Richardson, who was a Civil War general. And at the funeral, she did not like that the funeral was so big and that everyone was sad looking down at him. From that day, she was like, I do not want to give Moses a big funeral. I want it to be small. She decided no big funeral, but she splurged on a big, beautiful headstone for him. She paid almost $2,000 in that time, which equates to about $36,000 today.
Damn.
After he died, his wife maintained the property until her death in 1905, and then she passed it down through her daughters. In 1945, one of the daughters sold the property to a historical foundation. The historical foundation has maintained the former governor's home and the 4.5 acres of land as part of the Pine Grove Historical Museum. There's also a cemetery on that property, which is the Oak Hill Cemetery, and he is buried there. Also, Wisner Township, Michigan is named after him, and Wisner Football Stadium is also named after him. So people love him. I read up a little bit more on him too. He opposed slavery. I think he was a Republican, but people loved him. And they still do to this day, apparently, because in 2013, the Oakland County Pioneer and Historical Society planned to have a full-blown Victorian funeral reenactment for him. Diana Clark, a woman who was a member of the Pioneer Society, hosted visitors to come on in and learn everything about Victorian-era customs and death rituals from the time. She also was the star of the funeral reenactment. She played Moses's grieving wife. After you learned about all the Victorian funeral traditions, then you marched on over to his old home, the Wisner Mansion, and in his parlor room, you attended his funeral.
Okay.
You could attend this reenactment for $5, and it was to honor the 150th anniversary of his death.
Wow.
So it was a whole thing. Historical societies will put on a funeral reenactment.
They'll do it.
Okay.
You save your Civil War reenactments. We want a funeral reenactment.
Okay. Now, my thought on this is leave everybody alone. The wife didn't want a big funeral in the first place.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Okay. I get it. And I'll read one that I think is actually really cool and was done really well. But it's like, okay, maybe give it up. But also maybe I want to go. I don't know. I'm conflicted. The next one we have is Sam Bell Maxey. Now, I don't think I like this man. He was a Confederate soldier. So we don't like him.
His vibes are just not there.
So go ahead and disrespect him all you want. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure. He was born in Kentucky in March of 1825. He was a war veteran. He was also the district attorney of Lamar County, Texas. He was also a senior officer of the Confederacy and a Confederate commander of Indian territories.
Yeah,
so,
sounds like he's a...
Sounds like we don't fucking like him.
Sounds like we don't fuck with you, okay?
He died, but in Paris, Texas, I believe, they reenacted his funeral.
Is that where the Eiffel Tower?
That's in Vegas.
Oh, okay, sorry.
From the Oklahoman in 1999, they say, quote, Texans to revisit 1895 funeral reenactors as Atoka man to lend horse-drawn hearse. Paris, Texas. The time has come to bury the illustrious General Sam Bell Maxey again. Come Saturday, mourners in this quaint North Texas town will snap their corsets, adjust their funeral bonnets, and slide on black gloves and stockings. The horse-drawn hearse will roll up to Maxey's well-preserved home, where gatherers will be stirring on the lawn. The preacher in a Lincoln coat and top hat will open his Bible and reminisce about the days when the Confederate general fought the Union, when he came home a hero, then left for Washington, D.C. as their two-term U.S. Senator. He was the only general Paris, Texas ever had, and certainly the only senator we had. So you might say he's our most illustrious citizen. So with all due respect, Paris residents want to bury him again, just as they did when he died in 1895. Except, of course, the antique casket will hold no corpse, which is the weirdest thing I think of.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what do you do with it after?
Reduce, reuse, recycle, Madison.
Okay. Anyone willing to dress in turn-of-the-century mourning clothes or something similar is invited to join. Eddie Brown, owner of Brown's Funeral Service, will be there in his long-tailed coat and hat with his 1879 model Cunningham coach hearse and two matching Haflinger horses. Paris folks searched high and low for a horse-drawn hearse, such as Brown's. His was the only one they found. It's the crown jewel of the whole procession. So they're putting on a whole thing in 1999 for this guy.
Weird. Like, the people are like, oh, we really wanted to put in a new park over here, but I guess they're going to have another funeral for this shitbag.
Exactly. Now, one that I thought was done so well, and I'll show you pictures, I will post pictures, was the Lincoln funeral reenactment. Abe Lincoln.
Abe the babe.
I think he was our 16th president. He died April 15th, 1865 in Washington, a day after being assassinated.
Sure did.
His body laid in state at the White House, then had a public funeral, a little procession, and then a ceremonial burial at the Capitol Rotunda, and then laid in state again. Our girl Mary Todd Lincoln Marion, who we've talked about, his wife, wasn't sure where she wanted him buried, and she was considering a bunch of places. She was considering Chicago, D.C.
I remember the president's episode.
Okay, yes. You went over his procession?
Well, because they put him on like a tour, I think, afterwards, like on train or something.
Yes. So if you need a little refresher, she didn't know where she wanted him buried, but the National Lincoln Monument Association was formed pretty shortly after his death, and they reached out to Mary, and they thought it would be best to bury him in Springfield, Illinois, which is where, before he became president, I believe he was in politics there. Then the funeral train to Springfield was so wild.
They had an embalmer there.
Yes.
To like refresh him throughout.
It was a 9-car funeral train, including a hearse and the president's car. It visited 11 cities, everything taking about 3 weeks total. I read that they never drove over 20 miles an hour.
Oh, please.
Are you kidding me?
Do you know how long it would take? It's 11 days probably just to get down the street. My God.
I know. Could you imagine being stuck behind that procession? I'd lose it.
He was on a train track.
Well, for part of it, but then for part of it, he wasn't. Also, allegedly, Mary was like way too distraught to go. She was like, I'm not going on that.
No,
thing.
She just didn't want to sit on the 20-mile-per-hour train thing. She's like, fuck that.
Kidding me? I got a seance to go to.
I'll walk.
Yeah. She seems like a drama queen. The tour went from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland, at a few places in Pennsylvania, a few places in New York, Ohio, Indiana, Chicago, and then ended in Springfield, Illinois. He'd been moved 17 times and had his coffin opened a total of 5 times. The tomb story's crazy. We'll get into that when we do a tomb episode, but it had to be reconstructed and it was drama.
Oh, save it for OBITCH, Tomb Raiders.
Oh, he's already on it. In May of 2015, Springfield, Illinois recreated his funeral train to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the day he was laid to rest there. This reenactment was so spot on, and I feel like did him so much justice that it took 6 years to plan. They transformed Springfield literally back to 1865 using the same exact route that the funeral procession took in 1865, and they like started, I guess, at the train station and then used the same streets that he rode by in his hearse. Everyone showed up in period accurate clothing. Sprigs of evergreen were passed out to attendees just like they were at his original funeral procession. His coffin and horse-drawn hearse were built specifically to be exact replicas down to the ostrich feathers on his hearse. It was beautiful. Even the bands marching next to it played only time period accurate pieces. This like makes me have chills. Many horses joined in the procession, but one in particular was Solo, representing his horse who marched 150 years ago at his real funeral, named Old Bob, and also a yellow lab they had marching that represented his dog Fido, who was also in attendance.
Oh, please do that for me and Hot Dog.
I know. On day one, they arrived at the old Capitol building. They had pallbearers carry his coffin to an opening ceremony. Many of the pallbearers in attendance were descendants of original pallbearers. They gave speeches that were given very close to the original speeches. Then the coffin was left there overnight, guarded. The next day, an early morning vigil took place. Then they continued on to the Oak Ridge Cemetery, where he was and is buried. They entered in through the original entrance that I guess was rebuilt. As everything concluded, they had reenactors blasting 36 cannon rounds that I guess happened at his original funeral. It was like so accurate that it was amazing. Let me show you pictures.
God, beautiful. I love the sprig. I wonder what that's from.
I know. Maybe because he stunk.
Oh, we should look into it.
There's his horse.
Aww.
And then that was
a
his
little
dog. Look at that. With the ostrich feathers. And then his casket too. Just incredible.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Now I'm going to leave you with the worst one. that I read about. I was like appalled.
What is it?
Princess Diana. There was a funeral reenactment.
No, not the People's Princess.
Well, that was their whole thing. She is the People's Princess.
When was this? I mean, she hasn't been gone that long.
So it was on September 6th, 2018, which was 20 years since her real funeral. It took place at an underground nightclub known as the White Hotel, which was basically a warehouse in Manchester. It's well known because it sits like adjacent to a prison. It was put on by TWH's art cabinet, Stanley Stinter.
What was wrong with it?
Okay, Spencer. Hundreds of people dressed in black. I think there were like 200 people in attendance.
I'm with it so far.
Carrying flowers, wiping away tears, lining the streets, okay? We're doing well, right?
Sure.
Then, promptly at 6:30, a procession with a real coffin started. They marched down the street to the venue. When you walked in the venue, a replica of Diana's crashed car, covered in flowers and a lock of blonde hair, was there.
Wow.
Then they put the coffin on stage, and a mariachi band played Elton John's Candle in the Wind, just like how he played Candle in the Wind on his piano at the funeral. Actors were paid to play real-life people, like Tony Blair, the former prime minister, and Earl Spencer, Diana's brother. The whole thing was an exact word-for-word reenactment of the 2-hour-long funeral. But instead of saying amen, they would say ramen.
Okay. Why?
And then at the end of the funeral, a blonde woman is shot.
What?
And dies. Not really, but it was like some performance art.
Oh, I was going to say, it reminds me of like, did some drama kids come up with this?
I guess so, but I was like, what the fuck?
That is very bizarre.
It's disrespectful. Even if you loved her, I get you're trying to prove a point.
If it was like 100 years later, would we think differently?
Not Diana. Not Princess Diana.
Not Princess Diana.
No. Their whole thing I read, it was like she didn't die in just an innocent car crash. She was murdered. I think it was their kind of play on that.
There was like a memorial album for Princess Diana. I remember it because my mom had it. It had that song like, every step you take, every move you make.
So that was that.
Fuck that. Leave Diana the fuck alone. That's like one person I'm like, don't touch her. Don't do anything.
Just leave her alone.
Let her rest.
Yes.
Because it's the public and their obsession with her that led to her death.
Preach. Ramen.
Ramen.
Well, we need to do exactly what we said don't do and disrupt these beautiful people that have died
by
reading about their obituaries.
Yes, busted open. My obituary, I saw it on Reddit, I think, actually. I think that's where I got it from. It's a screenshot, but I'm going to let you guess which one of this man's children wrote this obituary. Okay? Keep that in mind. Keep it in the back of your head.
Okay.
Antone Lawrence, 74 years old, died at his home in Hawaii Wednesday afternoon, and on the following day, funeral services were held in St. Joseph's Catholic Church, after which interment was made in Homalani Cemetery. Lawrence came to Hawaii from Portugal 42 years ago. Among his immediate survivors is his son John Lawrence, who was one of the most best-known and popular store salesmen in Hilo.
We know who wrote this.
John takes orders all day long by telephone and has a staff of half a dozen clerks to help him. Hundreds of housewives rely upon his extraordinary accuracy in executing their orders for daily household supplies.
Oh my God.
The deceased is also survived by his two daughters, Mrs. Manuel Browse and Mrs. John Oliveira. So like, they don't even get their first name on there.
They don't even exist.
But I'm like, well, who the fuck? Yeah, I did find this on Reddit, actually, because I think someone wrote, like, is it normal to advertise in your family's obituary?
Hey, gotta get it where you can.
He's like, hey, I'm the fucking best. What can I say? I'm the best sales guy on this side of town.
No, he's like that one guy with the tombstone. He's like, I bought this.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to make it mine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. Well, I have a sweet one. I am cutting it way down because I want to get to the end part because I think she did something kind of interesting that we've talked about.
All right.
This is for Kay. age 72, bought the farm, is no more, has ceased to be, left this world, is bereft of life, gave up the ghost, kicked the bucket. She died on Friday, January 13th, 2017, after a wimpy non-battle with multiple myeloma, a nasty bone marrow cancer, after almost 2 years to the date of diagnosis. No one should say she fought a courageous battle, because she did not. Unlike most folks, she complained all the way. What a whiner. She was ready to quit treatment many times, but her family pushed her to continue, which was good since she then had time to have parties and say goodbye to friends and relatives.
Aww.
She was born on September 18th, 1944, a fact she was asked 10 times or more per day by medical people. Many said she did not look that old, and no, she did not dye her hair when she had some, except for occasional highlights. You can ask Jody, her hairdresser. Then it goes on to talk about her volunteer work, her school, how much she loved volleyball, but it says at the end, a celebration of life was held in May 2015, a bit prematurely.
Oh.
And she is sorry if you missed it. She said it was the best party she ever attended. A second celebration was held September 2016, and that was as good as the first one.
So she had multiple?
She will miss the third one. She had a great life and wants people to not grieve, in case anyone would. Grieving won't bring her back, so what is the point? Just makes you feel bad. And she had a t-shirt that said, I know what is right for everyone. She was right. Oh,
I love that.
I love that too. And I love that she attended her own funeral. Twice. Why not?
Ugh, live a little.
Maybe she'll be at the reenactment.
Live until you
Who
can.
knows?
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Love her.
Well, we've spun in our coffins.
We've bitched our obituaries.
I guess that means it's time for some dumb
ass
criminals. Okay, girly, this one really had me giggling. Okay. No lie, I was laughing. This happened in Buffalo, New York in March of 2016. Deputies with the Erie County Sheriff's Office pulled over 28-year-old Amanda Schweikert on Wednesday for driving without a front license plate, and the one on the back of the car had them pretty suspicious, okay?
Okay. Wait, there's a front and then a back.
There's no license plate on the front.
Okay.
And the one on the back, they're like, something's
no.
off about this.
You know what? When I first started seeing the paper license plates, I thought, oh, you're not fooling anybody, bud.
Well, listen to this. Once they had her pulled over, deputies discovered that she was operating the vehicle with a suspended registration and no insurance. She had, not paper, she had painted a cardboard license plate.
Yes, girl.
And I love it. Look at it.
Oh, no. Hold on. She is not fooling anybody.
I love it. I'm like, that is creative.
She's like, I'm a DIY girl.
Artiste.
Are you kidding?
Like, it has the little New York Empire State, the numbers.
Were the numbers registered to her?
I don't think so. I think part of the whole thing is her car's not fucking registered.
Oh, no.
It says Schweikert was arrested and charged with possessing a forged instrument, which is a felony, and she's also facing a misdemeanor count of operating a vehicle with a suspended registration and 3 vehicle and traffic infractions. The fake plate was taken into evidence, and bail was set at $400.
Oh my God. She would make a wonderful art teacher in jail.
I love it.
Love that. Oh my God. Well, I have a Florida couple.
Florida.
Okay, Courtney and Shanita. Courtney is the male, Shanita is the female.
Okay.
They get engaged. They are planning a beautiful wedding. They sent out these really beautiful wedding invites. In them, they talked about their love story and how divine intervention brought them together 30 years after meeting in high school. Now they were off to get married in their dream home that they owned. It was this beautiful estate. It had a bowling alley. It was 16,000 square feet. It had pools. It was on the water. It was gorgeous.
Oh, Dorinda, forget your fucking Bluestone Manor.
No, they even referred to themselves as the royal couple in their wedding invite.
Okay.
And the wedding was going to be
Oh, God, you just know. They're like, hi, king.
That's my king. The wedding was going to be a huge 2-day affair in this mansion. Saturday, the huge ceremony and reception would happen until midnight. And then the next day, they were hosting a Sunday brunch. And I actually found the invite for the Sunday brunch. It says, Sunday brunch, casual. We are honored to invite you back to our home for a wonderful Sunday brunch. Our guests will be served up delicacies from our renowned chef on our resort-style pool while being entertained by the sounds of a live jazz band. Okay?
Ooh.
So this was going to be the to-do.
I want to go to that wedding.
I know. Well, Courtney the groom walked up to his estate on his wedding day, ready to set up all of the festivities.
I'm surprised the royal couple didn't have a royal staff there already putting things together.
I know. And it was weird because the gates around the estate wouldn't open for him. And so he's like, what the hell? Well, they wouldn't open for him because the real owner of the house, Nathan Finkel, was home and didn't give anybody permission to be married on his property. He was the real owner, not Courtney and Shanita, and he had no idea who Shanita and Courtney even were.
Why did they think they could do this?
Well, he immediately called the police and reported trespassing. They started harassing him, yelling at him, telling him that it was God's message that they have their wedding there.
Oh.
No charges were filed.
What?
Because nobody entered.
Oh, I guess that's right.
And when approached by media, Courtney said, I don't want to talk about it.
Ugh.
Are you kidding me?
Pretended that it was his house.
Who sends out invites?
Oh, what? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, did the guests start showing up? And
I'm sure throughout the day.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking kidding me? Do you want to hear the 911 call?
Yeah, absolutely. This is from the owner of the house?
Yes.
Finkel?
Mm-hmm.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Southwest Ranches. I have people trespassing on my property, and they keep harassing me, calling me, and they say they're having a wedding here, and it's God's message.
Oh, my
I don't know
God.
what's going on. All I want is to stop.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He said
The
it was
goal.
They said it was God's message. He's like, are they allowed to do that?
Yeah. I know. It's like 911.
Can they do that? Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my God.
Dumbasses, you can't have your wedding somewhere where you don't fucking live.
Oh my God, but all these P.O. box things make it feel like my wedding.
Good segue.
Hey, I'm working on it.
We do have some stuff we want to open. Okay, so we grabbed 2 things to open this week. One was a package and one was this letter. But the letter I actually want to save for next week, and I'll explain why in next week's episode. But we're going to focus on the package today.
Yes.
Open her up. Oh, she's ripping it open with her teeth. She can't wait.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, it says Spencer and Madison open first. Okay, we're going to open these first. Dear Spencer and Madison, also cursive handwriting. I love it.
Beautiful. A lost art.
Yes. My coworker Alicia and I totally enjoy listening to Obituary while toiling away our day at work. We have our earbuds in while at work and we'll check in on each other to see if the other has started listening. We share in any oh my God moments and have a chuckle or two.
You mean any oh my God moments.
You have a lot of informative stories as well as some sweet obits. Truly love the show and keep up the good work. And I am sending along a little something for each of you. It is something I had my niece do up for you. She is an animal lover and a very talented artist since a very young age. Her name is Nicole. She is also a poodle parent like you, Madison. Oh my God. She has a black one named Hannah. Oh my gosh, I wish she and Doris could get together. They'd be twins. She also has an artwork page on Facebook if you would like to check it out. Fancy Animal Art Studio. I hope you enjoy your gift. Much love, Lauren from HN from New Hampshire.
It's from H&M.
Yes, another Geoff.
Thanks, Lauren. And thank you to your niece.
Oh my God, these are such cute packages. Spencer, you can open yours. I'll open mine.
Let's open them at the same time.
Cute stickers.
Good packing job. Good wrapping job.
I knew it was a Trader Joe's bag you wrapped it in. I love it.
Oh my God, my
What?
baby.
That's incredible, Spencer.
Look at this.
Are you kidding me? Hold on. I can't get mine open fast enough.
I have a guess.
Okay. This is so cute and thoughtful.
Hot dog, look, it's you.
Hot dog, even the pink in her ear. Okay, look at Doris and Desi. Is that not them?
Just little ragamuffins.
Oh my God. Thank you.
That is so sweet. We always obsess over a pet portrait. That's probably my favorite thing.
Same, I know. Oh my God, this warms my heart, my black heart, that you sat and looked at pictures of our dogs and you got them down.
We love it. Shout out to your niece for being such an incredible artist. And thank you for thinking of us and doing that. That is so sweet. You guys are the fucking best always.
Fucking best. I can't handle it.
If you have stuff you want to send to our P.O. Box, including pet portraits, threats,
Compliments,
cigarettes, whatever you want to send us, just send it on over to Spencer Henry and Madison Reyes, P.O. Box 18149, Long Beach, California 90807.
Follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Obituary Pod. On TikTok, we just posted a new one at Obituary Podcast.
And you can write to us, obitpod@gmail.com. And, rate and review, should you feel so inclined. Should you feel so generous with your time. We love you guys so much. And we will see you next week for some more coffin spinners,
obituaries,
and dumb
ass
criminals. Goodbye.